What's up guys, M here, and I'm very excited to bring you guys this Wi-Fi battle because for the first time ever, I am using a team that I bred and trained all by myself. You know, since I got into competitive battling about 2 years ago, Showdown and PO were pretty big things, so I've never actually went in-game and trained up a team for Wi-Fi battling. So this is the first time ever, and I'm very proud of my team. It's not a super great team, but it's 6 guys that I want to use. 6 guys that are very powerful. And I'm very excited to use it. And I'm also very excited because this battle is against my brother. And I'm very proud of him. He's come a long way. This is like our 4th or 5th battle. But he just started getting involved with competitive battling at the beginning of this generation when X and Y came out. And he's also got a perfect team, but in his case, at least half of his guys he got perfect right from Wonder Trade. I don't know how he did that, but I'm not mad. I'm a little mad. But anyway, I figure he's going to start off with his T-Tar. I'm going to lead off with my Diggersby, who is just a boss. And I figured he'd probably switch, but even if he didn't, I was just going to go right for the U-turn anyway. He ends up going to Noivern to dodge the Earthquake. Makes sense. And I am going to U-turn. Get off. Not great damage, but not terrible. You know, it's alright. And I'm going to go right into my Azumarill, because I know I can take anything that this thing wants to go for. Can't hit me with the Dragon move. Flamethrower does nothing. I can take a Boom Burst. So, he ends up going for Hurricane, and I'm like, what's going on? Hurricane into Sand is supposed to be 50%. How did you hit me? But I do take that. Not well, but I take it, and my Play Rough does hit. So I got a nice 6-5 lead right now. Take some Life Orb damage, take some Sandstorm damage, and now I'm basically dead. And he sends out Empanada, who is his Mega Lucario. And this is one of the guys he got perfect from Wonder Trade. And because he showed it to me when he got it, I know it's a special attacker, so I'm thinking maybe I can take a Vacuum Wave, but I can't. I may have been able to before the Sandstorm actually, I'm not sure, but I tried to get off the Aqua Jet, doesn't happen, I end up dying. So now I'm going to bring a Mawile, get the Intimidate, which is useless because he's not a physical attacker. Now I'm going to Mega Evolve, and Mega Mawile is just awesome. I'm going to go right for the Play Rough, knowing that I can take a hit. But this Aura Sphere does a lot more than I wanted it to. And you know, you look at Mawile, and you see those giant metal jaws, and you think defense. But he's really not that bulky at all, which kind of sucks. I feel like he should be a little more stronger on the defensive side. And here he brings in Talonflame, like, okay, I'm just going to Sucker Punch as he Flare Blitzes, get off some nice damage. He ends up going for the Brave Bird, and because of that he out-prioritized my Sucker Punch. And I was like, what are you doing? And he told me that that was actually a misclick. So that was a great misplay on his part. And I figure he's going to go for the Brave Bird again, so I'm going to switch into my Heliolisk to take that. No, take it alright. It does about half. So he has a chance of taking me out with another one, but I didn't think he would want to risk it. So he does end up switching out. I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch. He brings in his Venusaur. That's cool, because I have a pretty good check to Venusaur. No, it's not necessarily a counter, but it's a check. And that would be my Mandibuzz. And let me tell you about Mandibuzz. This is probably one of the best Pokemon this generation. Just because Knockoff got a buff, Defog got a buff, and its ability Overcoat got a buff. So it's just, this is a very solid wall. As you saw, I was able to knock off the leftovers, that was good. And right here you're going to see, he's going to go for the Sleep Powder, but because of my ability, it does not affect me. So, you know, Overcoat used to protect just from weather. Now it protects from weather as well as powder moves, like Spore and all those things. So he's not going to really be able to do anything to me. He's going to switch out. It's good for him. He switches into T-Tar, gets his sand up. I'm going to end up knocking off his King's Rock. And I'm like, what are you doing with the King's Rock? And he was telling me, oh, you know, it's so when I go for crunch I can get more flinches. And I'm like, that's not how it works. So I think he has since taken off King's Rock for something else. But I think I can take a hit. I end up getting a Toxic off on this thing because I know it can be pretty bulky. So I figured it'd be useful. But he ends up Dragon Dancing. So I am a little bit worried right now. I do not think that I can take a hit, but just in case, I end up staying in, going for the Roost. And this Rock Slide just demolishes me. Tyranitar is so strong. And I'm a little worried. Not too worried, but a little worried right now. I do have Heliolisk. Gonna come in. And I'm figuring Focus Blast should be able to take it out, right? No, because it misses, of course. He can hit a Hurricane in the sand, but I can't hit a Focus Blast. And now my Heliolisk dies. So I have one last hope before this thing sweeps my team. And that will be, of course, Diggersby, the man himself. And I'm just going to go right for the Earthquake. I'm not going to mess around. Now, he could have brought in Talonflame, which would have sucked. But I didn't think he would. If I was playing someone different, someone maybe a little more seasoned, I would have predicted the Talonflame switch and went for the U-turn there. But I didn't think he would want to switch out. So Earthquake ends up being a good play. And now I'm going to have to go in and sack my Mawile to this Talonflame, unfortunately. But, you know, Mawile is basically dead anyway. So now I got 2 guys left. I'm going to send in my Clauncher. And let me tell you about this Clauncher. I tried to nickname him Crush Station. Like Crush, and then mix that with Crustacean, because he's a shrimp. And I thought that nickname was genius. I was so happy to have thought of that. And it turns out Game Freak or whoever thinks that Crush is a bad word, so I can't use it. So that sucks. What also sucks is that Venusaur just killed my Clauncher. I had to go for Water Pulse because I didn't think Dark Pulse would take it out, even though I figured Venusaur might come in. But now I got Diggersby. I'm like, okay, I can take out Venusaur. I can take a hit from Talonflame and take that out. So I should be good. But he still has a Starmie at full health. I forgot all about this thing. So I'm like, please Diggersby, please do something great. And he does with a crit. And my brother was kind of appalled. You know, shocked. A little upset. But we ended up doing a damage calc after the battle. And it turns out a return from a Jolly Diggersby does anywhere between 88% to about 105% to a Starmie. So, I did have a chance of OHKOing anyway, so maybe not a huge deal. But either way, that ends up being a pretty good game. So thanks for watching, and if you guys want, now that I have my team, feel free to send me a message if you want to get a battle or something. That would be very appreciated for future videos. I will leave my friend code in the description. And yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.